I started making candles in my apartment, setting off the fire alarm all the time. And I was like, I'm just going to keep pouring these. I might as well sell them because what am I going to do with all of this stuff? Right. And people love them in Dorchester. So we started doing them in Milton. And that's where it kind of just took off really quickly. We sell about 200 candles a week. And it got to the point where we started being one of the largest private labelers in Massachusetts for candles because we're women-owned. We're made here at our warehouse. And
that's insane.
We are making almost 700 candles a week right now in prime season for, nonprofits with our give back and stuff. But it got so big to the point where my insurance company was like, all right, you can't have Shop the Q on that. And it needs to be a different division. And so it came with a lot of things. So you needed a different division. We had a lot of boutiques reaching out to carry the candles, but no one wanted to carry a candle with another boutique's name on it. And I was like, okay, well, let's go to the drawing board. So I was like, Ronnie, I'm going to work with you all weekend. And by the end of this weekend, we're going to have a name figured out.
Yeah.
So all weekend we spent, 3 full days together and we just kept talking back and forth, trying to figure out what it possibly could be. And about 2 years, I believe ago, my grandmother passed away. And when she passed away, one of my first employees that worked for me, Bree, was like, when you have kids, your first daughter her name should be Riley Elaine, but we should call her Riley Lane because my grandmother's name was Elaine Riley. And so a customer had come in. I was telling her this story, and Ronnie looks over to me and she's like, that's what it is. It's Riley Lane.
It is your first child in a way, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how the name was born, because we wanted to do something that didn't just justify it was just a candle, because we do room sprays and we wanted to be able to grow and venture into other things. And we were like, what would the home store be called? And I was like, oh my God, it's Riley Lane. And my grandmother's favorite thing about everything in life was being at home with her family. So it's Riley Lane, all roads lead home.
I love that. That is really, really sweet.
But everything should be connected to something that to represent how you got here. And I think one of the biggest things I always try to teach the younger girls or anyone really in business is, even when you grow as big as you grow, don't forget the people that helped you at the beginning. Stay humble. And my way of doing that is naming things after people and honoring them. Yeah. Because you can't give time back. You can pay anyone back, investment and stuff, but you can't give people their time back.
Yeah, I mean, when you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears into these businesses day in and day out, it's also like a nice little reminder of why you're doing it. Yes. And who you're doing it for. And you have the Q as your hometown, and now you have a tie to your grandmother, and especially after her passing, now it's going to live on forever. And you're really able to not that you didn't already make her proud, but like really get to honor her namesake. Yes. In a way that shares her story for not just your family, but for the community, which is, you're all about the community as well. So that's awesome. I love that. And so now you have the candles in other stores as well.
So for 2023, they will be ending up in more stores. I think right now our biggest thing was getting it through quarter 4. Yes. We had, over, I think, 15 accounts doing private labels. The list is growing still to this day with Christmas in 2 weeks. Crazy. And we do a lot of, give back candles and collaborations, and we have a lot of exciting stuff coming up.
I can't wait to see what comes. Do you have a favorite scent out of your candles?
I think it changes every season because we always launch something new. And I think what really gets it is what the name is. I would say
it's all about those names.
It's all about, because you can relate to it.
Yes.
I think one of our favorites is we have apple bottom jeans as our fall scent, and our Christmas scent is boots with the fur.
So you do like the Uggs.
I do like the Uggs. I mean, I have a pair, of course. They're comfortable.
I love that. That's a throwback. Yes. That's so fun.
And then we have, I think, one of our new favorites right now is Wanderlust. I really love that one.
Oh, that sounds mystical.
It smells like a hotel lobby.
Seriously, making these candles must have been so cathartic, like the essential oils and just all of the wonderful scents?
It just becomes like,
other than burning your house on fire.
I've set that fire off so many times, but I think what happens too is like you make so many of them. I just walk out of there so frazzled because it's so many fragrances, and you're just like, we're pumping out 200 candles a day. So it's like you don't even think. You're just going through the steps of it all.
Yeah. Speaking of going, I'm curious what the day in the life of Lindsay looks like. Walk us through, as a business owner, when you wake up to when you go to sleep, what a typical day normally is like.
Sure. So I think right now, this year, one of the biggest things I've tried to do is the first thing I do every morning when I wake up. I've been going to do workout classes at 6 a.m. I used to put it to the end of the day, but then I'd get too tired. And then with the way the growth of the business is right now, the amount of anxiety I have, I think doing it first thing in the morning and making it my priority, it just sets a better tone for the day, and it just gets me to the mindset I need to be in. So that's the first thing I do.
Start the day off doing something for yourself. Like that's a great way to set you up for hopefully some like tranquility,
and just getting it all out so that you can take on anything that day, because so much happens.
So easy to blow it off then at the end of the day after you had a shit day. Forget about it. Smart. Okay, so we go to the gym.
And then let's just go with a Tuesday, right? Because that's what we did today.
Okay.
And then every Tuesday morning, me and my managers, we have a 9 a.m. meeting to kind of kick off, because that's the first day that we're all together, because some people have Sunday, Monday off, some people have Friday, Saturday. Okay. It kind of differentiates. And so Tuesday is the first day. It's our Monday. And we sit down, we plan out the week, we plan out the month, we plan out the quarter. What does the collection for Tuesday night drop look like? Because we shoot it then and there. And kind of roll through all that. Everyone makes their notepads of what their to-dos are. And then I go to make candles for the whole day and answer emails and phone calls and hopefully pitch the next candle line to someone. And my phone just goes off all day long. And eventually I dig myself out of it if I can.
Yeah.
And it's just making these candles, making sure like everyone has what they need to be successful in their positions that day. And running in to see what the Tuesday drop shoot looks like with Ronnie, making sure Lily's good at the store with everything that they have incoming there. And then also in between all that, shipping out all of our goods from our online, because I usually work at the warehouse that we have in Canton.
So you're still very hands-on, even
everything,
though,
yes.
You're in the weeds of everything, which again shows how important it is to you. It's nice that you have the support and the help, but you don't want to be just like looking at paperwork and answering emails all day. You want to physically be there, look at the product, meet with the team, help them out, see where they might need you. You're not just person behind a screen or a phone. They have that FaceTime with you.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of the biggest important things to me is being hands-on, being there. I mean, watching it grow, participating, and still at the end of the day, like I always say, I will do every part of every job until it needs an employee, so that I know how to help them. I know how to create systems with them. I know how to do it. It's just like if you were to go open a restaurant, you should be the busboy just as much as you should be the manager, because you need to know how they're thinking, how you can support them, how to help them, and how to grow the business from the ground up, not just walk in and be like, you should be doing X, Y, and Z.
I completely agree. I just saw an interview with Kristen Cavallari talking about Uncommon James, and that was the thing that she said she was most proud of, is that when her business got started, she did everything. She was like, I was printing labels and shipping them. I was going through like the floor and selling it on retail, like actually selling it to customers. I was doing this, and this, so that now when my employees have a problem, I actually know how to answer it, and I understand the challenges behind it, rather than some of these, CEOs that are just like, well, figure it out. That's what you're paid to do. They don't really know the severity. Is this a big issue? Is this a small issue? They don't have any suggestions that they can help offer you. So she said that was like her biggest thing. So
it does a lot.
You're like-minded with some of the most successful business owners.
I just think, no one's different than the person sitting next to you. You're going to see me take the trash out probably every day. Yeah. And so shouldn't every employee. Because you still have to stay humble. You have to understand what they're going through. And, you're going to have growth challenges. You're going to face things. I never thought I would have 3, 4, 5 full-time employees. Like, that's the craziest thing in the whole entire world, but they're like my kids. Like, and I always say we treat each other like family, because if someone needs help, whether it's your responsibility or not, we help each other, just like you would help your sister, your brother. And I also have a no drama policy at my store.
Tell me about it. What do you say to people when they get hired?
I say, what's your zodiac sign? We don't have drama here. You say drama, you're automatically out.
Signs you don't hire?
No, not really. It just teaches me who they are.
Yeah.
And like how to work with them. But I also can like feel, being a Pisces, you feel their energy and stuff. So you can just tell right away, all of that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, you know, someone can do their job or they're not, or they're going to understand a small business. You're going to wear 100 different hats that you probably didn't sign up for.
Yeah. And you need to understand that going into it. Yeah.
But the building of a business is the most exciting part. Then next comes the maintaining. And that's kind of just, there's no, there is excitement in it, but the building of the company is probably the most exciting time of a company's life.
Yeah. But then letting, like, you know, with those one-on-one experiences with your customers and stuff, I mean, that is super rewarding. So it's
the best place to be in our company right now is the store, because you're connecting with everyone and you're seeing all your work you put in, what their customers are like appreciating, and they totally tell you everything when you're there.
It's like when you're getting your hair cut, you know, and you tell your hairstylist everything.